Let's start with the Bihar, showdown, which has taken place not only just in the parliament, but in the assembly of Bihar as well. From parliament to Patna, war over the Bihar voter list continues. The India bloc MPs, led by Rahul Gandhi, staged a protest outside the parliament, inside the house. In fact, the opposition MPs demanded a discussion on the special intensive revision of the voter list ahead of the polls. The opposition has dubbed this as a hurried and a flawed exercise. Rahul Gandhi took charge to take on the government on this.
52 लाख की बात नहीं है, सिर्फ बिहार की बात नहीं है। महाराष्ट्र में इन्होंने चीटिंग की। हमने सवाल पूछे इलेक्शन कमीशन से, वोटर लिस्ट दिखाइए। इन्होंने वोटर लिस्ट नहीं दिखाई। हमने कहा कि वीडियोग्राफी दिखा दीजिए, वीडियोग्राफी का कानून बदल दिया। 1 करोड़ नए वोटर्स आए थे महाराष्ट्र में और इलेक्शन चोरी किया। ठीक है, कर्नाटक में हमने रिसर्च की है थोड़ी। कर्नाटक में हमने भयंकर चोरी पकड़ी है। मैं ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट में आपको दिखाऊंगा, इलेक्शन कमीशन को दिखाऊंगा। और अब इन्होंने क्या किया है कि अब हम बिहार का पूरा सिस्टम नए तरीके से करेंगे, वोटर डिलीट करेंगे और नए तरीके से वोटर लिस्ट लाएंगे। हिंदुस्तान में इलेक्शन चोरी किए जा रहे हैं, ये रियलिटी है हिंदुस्तान की।
Meanwhile, the government has been defending the exercise, saying that it's the correction of the voter list and the opposition has been disrupting the parliament unnecessarily.
और भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने जिंदा लोगों को मारा है। उनकी वोटर लिस्ट उत्तर प्रदेश की देख लीजिए, जिसकी हमने 18,000 वोट जो भारतीय जनता पार्टी के इशारे पर इलेक्शन कमीशन ने और उनके अधिकारियों ने डिलीट किए थे। तो भारतीय जनता पार्टी के लोग जीतने के लिए प्रशासन का साथ, सरकार का हस्तक्षेप और इलेक्शन कमीशन का सहारा लेते हैं। और बाई इलेक्शन उत्तर प्रदेश का उदाहरण है, जहां पर हम लोगों ने इलेक्शन कमीशन को टैग किए वो वीडियोस, जिसमें प्रिसाइडिंग ऑफिसर ये स्वीकार कर रहे हैं कि हाँ, हमें टारगेट दिया गया था, हमें इतने फर्जी वोट डालने हैं।
Meanwhile, voices of dissent have also emerged from within the NDA camp. BJP ally JDU, one of their MPs, questioned the entire process. That was Girdhari Yadav, who in fact said that the time for this entire revision is not enough.
बरसात के दिन में जब खेती का दिन चल रहा है, आदमी को हमको कागज पत्र जुगाड़ करने में 10 दिन लग गया। मेरा बेटा अमेरिका में रहता, कैसे साइन करेगा 1 महीना के अंदर में? तो कोई व्यवहारिक है कि जबरदस्ती हम लोग पर थोप दिया। रे कराना था तो 6 महीने का समय देता, पहले से करा लेता। ये तो एकदम कैसे होता है ना, कोई तुगलकी फरमान है चुनाव आयोग का। पार्टी से क्या मतलब? हम अपना व्यक्तिगत विचार दे रहे हैं। हमारा बेटा अमेरिका में कैसे साइन करेगा, आप ही बता दीजिए। अपना भी हम एक्सपीरियंस बता रहे हैं। पार्टी से सब हम पार्टी के साथ हम तब हैं जब वोट डालने जाएंगे। बाकी मेरा तो कुछ स्वतंत्र विचार भी है ना। पार्टी को खिलाफ का क्या बयान है? सच्चाई यही है। अब सच्चाई भी नहीं बोल पाए तो एमपी बने काहे के लिए हम?
From the parliament, let me take you to the assembly of Bihar, where the ruckus, in fact, of the opposition came together. The Mahagathbandhan, wearing black clothes, today took on the Nitish Kumar government. Vote Hamara Adhikar, voter list se naam katwa rahi sarkar was their charge in the assembly of Patna as well. Remember, the session there is going on. It also led to a very heated debate between Tejasvi Yadav and Chief Minister Nitish Kumar, who then resorted to taking Tejasvi Yadav back to the days of 2005, before 2005, when his father was in fact the Chief Minister. Mother and father served as the Chief Minister in the state of Bihar. This has become one of the big issues. Opposition has upped the ante after the Election Commission informed that total 52 lakh voters have been removed from the list. Now, how did the Election Commission come to this figure? Remember, 25th is when the Election Commission completes at least the form, forms, sending the forms and getting that information. And on 28th is the very important hearing in the Supreme Court. The Election Commission had said that 52 lakh voters have been, in fact, taken off, or 52 lakh voters removed from the list at this moment. Where are these 52 voters coming from? 52 lakh, 26 lakh voters migrated to different constituencies. So they have migrated to other constituencies within Bihar or maybe outside as well. Apart from that, there are 18 lakh voters which have been reported dead. So the dead reporters have been also cleaned from the electoral list. The Election Commission has also informed 7 lakh voters are enrolled at 2 places. So duplicacy has also been removed. That's what the Election Commission's argument, at least, for these 52, in fact, voters are concerned. The Election Commission has also said that the forms are pending from about 21.36 lakh voters from the total electorate in Bihar. So 52 lakh gone, 21.36 left, and there are still 2 days left as far as this entire collection of the form process is concerned. Now, amid the opposition's uproar, top government sources have informed NDTV that there is going to be no discussion on Bihar special intensive provisions as far as the parliament is concerned. The issue, remember, had triggered a heated exchange, and I also want to tell our viewers the argument of the government is that the Election Commission is a party and which is not represented in the parliament. The government can't defend the Election Commission. It's a different body, and hence a debate of that nature cannot be conducted where the Election Commission is not there to defend its entire exercise within the parliament. So this is going to be one of the key issues, not only in the elections of Bihar, but also, ladies and gentlemen, in the coming days as far as this question of the parliament is concerned. Let me very quickly bring in for further discussion on this Charu Pragya, spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Dr. Karuna Sagar, spokesperson of the Congress Party, is also with us. We also have Dr. Shyam Kumar, RJD spokesperson. He'll be joining us in a short while from now. And Mr. Niroha Yadav, JDU spokesperson, is with us as well. Thank you so much to all of you for being with us on the broadcast. Let me start by asking you, Charu, one of your own ally, and it is being represented by Mr. Yadav here, the JDU spokesperson. You heard Mr. Girdhari Yadav. He is a member of parliament from the JDU. He said that even my son cannot come back and sign it. This is an ill-timed exercise, should have given more time. A similar sentiment that the Election Commission in the Supreme Court has also expressed on this drive. While they did not stop the Election Commission, but they did question the timing and, of course, the time frame given to complete this entire exercise.
Ankit, good evening, and a very good evening to all our viewers as well. At the outset, let me begin by reminding everyone that the Supreme Court has not given any stay on the process of the SIR. But let's pick up all the issues that the opposition is talking about one by one. They say increase in voters is going to help the BJP. But in last Jharkhand elections, the number of voters increased. Who won? It was the India bloc. Then let's move to Telangana. If they're worried about deleted voters, in Telangana, around 22 lakh names were removed from the voter list. Who won that election? It was Congress again. If they are worried about revision of lists, this happened in Jammu and Kashmir. Again, the India bloc and their allies won. And SIR happened last in 2003. After that, there was a government change. And in fact, it is their government which came into power. So let's remember that this opposition is one which keeps shifting the goalposts. They do not have any basis for the allegations they keep levying every single day on every single institution. They started with saying that the EVMs are a problem. It turned out that the Supreme Court ruled against it. Then they went on to VVPATs. They were raising fingers at the election commissioner. Now they have come up with a new agenda to distract the public from issues on ground. And, we also need to see that why do they need fake voters to head into this election?
What you are saying, Charu, what you are saying, point well taken. But you've not answered what I am asking you. Like you have quoted, you are very right. The Supreme Court has not put a full stop or a stay as far as this exercise is concerned. It has said it is well within the rights of the Election Commission. But the court has also made some very important observations. And let me couple them out with what your own ally is saying. The question is about the timing. The question is about the timing given to this entire process. A JDU MP is saying he cannot complete that process. His son cannot come. Why such a hurry is a big question, isn't it?
So, Ankit, in 2019, a similar process was carried out in the state of Delhi. In 2020, there were Delhi elections. Why did we not hear any hue and cry at that point of time? Okay, maybe one JDU MP's son is not able to make it, but are we looking at one voter or are we looking at the state as a whole? Because again, I quote, and I'm only going by data given by the Election Commission, 11,000 people are not even traceable. They could be illegal immigrants. They have also found that more than 50 lakh voters could not be found at their addresses. And there were some voters which have deceased. There were a lot of duplicate entries in the name of voters. All of this has to be looked at. So I ask again, why does the opposition
There is a
need
difference
the
between
vote of
duplicate
ghosts?
and dual entries. That is what the Election Commission has also clarified. It's not duplicate, it's dual entries. Some people living in some other place as well registered into two constituencies, which they have cleaned in this data as well. So I'm going to come. I have some specific questions to you on this again. But I will come to you.
Sure.
Let me come. In fact, get in the first word from the Congress spokesperson on this, Dr. Karuna Sagar. Let me understand this from you. If 18 lakh voters have died or passed away, what is the problem? The cleanup should happen, isn't it, sir? It is 98% of the people, those who have been struck off this list, are either deceased or duplicate voters. So what's the problem?
Thank you, Ankit. Ankit, this is not a special intensive revision. This is a special intensive rigging. This isn't just an assault on citizen rights. This is an attack on the soul of democracy, with the Election Commission as the willing weapon. From Maharashtra to Bihar, the pattern is the same. Add voters where BJP loses, delete voters where BJP fears defeat. And Bihar is being used as a lab and is going to be extended to the rest of the country when the Bengal election comes or Tamil Nadu election comes or other state elections come. And that is why their own ally, NDA ally, Chandrababu Naidu, is alarmed at this exercise, and he has been questioning the very validity of this exercise. So, you know the demography of Bihar. Bihar has a huge migrant population. Bihar has a huge illiteracy, and not more than 2.8%. This covers 4.74% of voters, 4.74 crore voters who were added after 2003.
Sir, but
not
can I
more
ask
than
you this? Why is there a presumption that whatever will happen in the end is going to help the BJP? Why are you presuming that? There have been other revisions which have taken place. Charu also pointed that out, where the Congress party has benefited or they have come back into government. And why shouldn't the Election Commission strike off the name of the people, those who have passed away, or people, those who are sitting or have their names in two constituencies? What is the problem in that?
Ankit, let me give you a little background to it. In January this year, 4,000 stakeholders meeting were held by the Election Commission, and there was no discussion of the SIR. On May 30th, the Election Commission came with a 21-point agenda, and there was no mention of the SIR. And SIR was announced by a press note. Till today, the Election Commission has not held a press conference and explained. They have just been releasing this data, and I can tell you, I come from the field. My field party workers, they are saying that the BLOs are not even visiting the houses. They are sitting in the offices and deleting the names with the help of
I'll come to you.
the
Like I
BJP
asked
local
an
leaders.
intervention, so I will come to you, but let me get in. And we have seen
but a
that.
quick response
Hold
to
on, Charu,
this.
hold on. I will come to you. We've seen the specifics. We have also reported from the ground the process in many places. We have seen the loopholes, in fact, of the BLOs or people not signing and saying that our forms have been registered. All that is there, and that is why the question remains on the process. But let me very quickly get to my other two guests. Nirora Yadav Saab, I just want to understand from you, आपकी पार्टी किस तरफ है सर, समझ नहीं आ रहा. अगर आपके MP आके बोलेंगे कि हम ही प्रोसेस से संतुष्ट नहीं है, तो मैसेज क्या जा रहा है कि एनडीए के अंदर एका नहीं है बिहार में?
नहीं अंकित जी, हमारा MP जरूर है, लेकिन बयान के दरमियान उन्होंने कहा कि ये मेरी व्यक्तिगत राय है, पार्टी की राय नहीं है. अपने पुत्र के बारे में कहा कि अमेरिका रहता है, अब अमेरिका में रहते हैं तो ऑनलाइन करने का भी प्रोविजन कमीशन ने किया है, तो ऑनलाइन वहां से कर दें हो जाएगा। दूसरी बात, जो हाय तौबा मचाए जा रहे हैं SIR पर, ये बात मुझको समझ में नहीं आती है। और जो NDA गठबंधन में शामिल हैं, उनको कटघरे में शामिल करने की कोशिश की जा रही है, राजनीतिक मुद्दे बनाए जा रहे हैं। यह मैं बात समझ नहीं पा रहा हूं। एक ही बात मैं समझा हूं कि ये मुद्दा इसीलिए बनाए जा रहे हैं ताकि कल चुनाव में हमारी पराजय निश्चित है, तो ये जनता को बताएंगे कि इसके चलते हमारी पराजय हुआ। हम भी इसके पक्ष में हैं कि कोई भी वैध मतदाता जो पात्रता रखता हो वह न छूट पाए, लेकिन हम भविष्यकर्ता तो है नहीं कि बगैर प्रकाशन होने के पहले हम कह दें कि अमुक आदमी या अमुक ग्रुप छूट गया है। जब तक उसका नियम है कि प्रकाशन होने के बाद यदि कोई छूटा है या किसी को हटाया गया है, अगर हटाया गया है तो कमीशन उसको नोटिस देगा।
ठीक है, पर वो क्या वो प्रोसेस 1 महीने के अंदर हो सकती है, और अगर करना ही था तो उससे पहले क्यों नहीं करा, ये एक सवाल है। डॉक्टर श्याम कुमार, लेट मी ब्रिंग यू इन ऑन दिस। होल्ड ऑन सर, लेट मी ब्रिंग यू।
अंकित जी, इसका उत्तर तो कमीशन ही दे सकता है।
बिल्कुल, आप ठीक कह रहे हैं, आप ठीक कह रहे हैं। डॉक्टर श्याम कुमार, लेट मी ब्रिंग यू इन ऑन दिस। द सुप्रीम कोर्ट, like Charu was also mentioning, has not put any stay on this. That means the Supreme Court understands that the Election Commission is well within its rights to conduct this entire exercise. Why is the opposition painting the Election Commission's process in a negative light? The Supreme Court will be, in fact, hearing this case on 28th as well. It seems that there is a sense of fear being instilled in the voters.
Ankit ji, actually, I could not connect you in between due to some technical reason. But now what I get all these points and from your question, I tell you very frankly that we are not opposing SIR. We have never opposed. I tell you very frankly that what is a point to be noted to oppose, that is a very, very significant point in the defense of democracy and justice, which Honorable Court has taken note of it. With regard to the timing, with regard to the documents, with regard to the people have moved outside of the state, you know about the systematic problem of Bihar, that is the migration. So it was when it was conducted in the year 2003, there was a sequence of discussion with the political parties and leaders and the people of Bihar at large. But this time, all of a sudden, on the 24th of June, it has come. So our apprehension are not in a vacuum. I can tell you. The way it is being conducted in the ground, at the ground, you know how many people are receiving. Then we are filling the form. Can you tell me the people are receiving? What will happen? One very, very worry point which I am pressing that note, point to be noted here, that you are just sending people in Kagaz Patri, these people, Mazloom, the common people are marginalized. What Election Commission will do, I respect Election Commission of India, but what will do at the end of the day, isn't it that it will prove unguided missile? Once election is over, then everything would be settled. So where this democracy will go? I tell you, my esteemed friends and a spokesperson, a leader from opposition political parties are taking, saying something that why we are opposing. These are the core issues. How the people are deprived from right to vote. That is a core fundamental right of every individual in largest democracy.
Let Charu Pragya come in and respond to a few points which have been raised, and let me also add to this, Charu. The Election Commission, this is the same voter list which was used in 2024 general elections. After that, in the preparation for the Bihar election, just before the SIR was announced, the electoral rolls were prepared. Even at that point of time, neither the dead nor the duplicate or nor the people, those who have moved from their addresses, were flagged by the Election Commission. If the basics were not done at that point of time, how do we trust that the process is not vitiated at this moment on the ground?
So, Ankit, one, the Election Commission is working on a timeline that is suitable to them, and before every single election, a cleanup is done. Also, there is a provision for appeals. If there is a problem that the opposition is anticipating today, You're just jumping up and down, and I keep saying this, you keep shifting the goalpost. And I pointedly want to ask the Congress spokesperson this. You talked about Maharashtra, you mentioned Maharashtra. Are you even aware that you have been throwing numbers around like confetti without even sticking to one? Rahul Gandhi has ranged from 6 lakh to 70 lakhs. 6 to 70. Sometimes he says 40, sometimes he says 32, sometimes he says even 70. You can't function like that. And when asked to come for a meeting with the Election Commission, you did not turn up. So that just shows prima facie that all of this is noise, it is distraction, and it is just creating a facade in front of people to mislead people. Ankit, let's go back to the time of CA. Do you remember how the opposition just was up in an uproar for no reason at all? For no reason at all. They spread misinformation. They led people to believe that CA is going to affect them. It's going to affect
Naidu is
them.
trying to spread any misinformation while he is asking for clarity on this as well. Your own allies want clarity. They don't want this drive to become a citizenship checking drive. The Supreme Court has also said that all the 3 other documents like Aadhaar, voter ID should be also included as far as the Election Commission is concerned. What's wrong in that?
And the Election Commission has responded to that, and I'm going to quote them verbatim. The reason the Aadhaar is not included is because it's not a proof of citizenship. The Aadhaar clearly is a proof of residency. Even
But
a
Election
foreign
Commission
national
is not mandated to check citizenship of any citizen.
See,
Neither are they constitutionally mandated by this. And the Supreme Court also said that
Ankit,
they are not the agency to check that.
Will you extend me?
Please go ahead.
Will you extend me the courtesy you
Please
are
go ahead.
extending to the other? Yes. So do you remember that after West Bengal election, when a lot of citizenships were checked, there were 16 lakh plus bogus voters to be found, and even the courts upheld that. The courts upheld that. After Operation Sindoor, when there was a drive to check residencies and citizenships of a lot of people residing in India, how many were found to be living here illegally? If there is a lapse and our government is fixing it, and if there is a lapse and the Election Commission is going around fixing it, tell me.
Charu, you are
what
mixing two
exactly
things. I am
is the
sorry, you
problem
are
with the
mixing
election?
two things. If the government
You are
is
not.
doing, you are. MHA is responsible for citizenship. Election Commission is not. We can't just keep
And
saying,
Election
you know, that
Commission
if the
cannot
government
be
is doing
cognizant
some.
of an
That,
issue which exists
so
in
are
this
you then
country?
saying
Are you
that through
trying to say
Election
that?
Commission,
Are you trying to
are you
say
saying
that
through
every
Election
issue the
Commission a
government does not
citizenship drive is being done?
Ankit, are you trying to say that Election Commission cannot take cognizance of an incident which is glaringly obvious to all of us?
Election
to every
Commission-
single
I am
citizen
sorry.
of this country?
This is not what I'm saying. This is what the Supreme Court has said. Election Commission is not the body to check the citizenship, and that is exactly why
And
they have
yet
asked.
the
And
Supreme
what
Court
you are
allowed
saying
the
is what Election Commission will have to
And
present
yet-
in front of
So
the court on
Are you
28th.
questioning the good judgment? Are you questioning the good judgment of the Supreme Court in
Supreme
not
Court
putting a
has not.
stay on this?
Election Commission is yet to provide the affidavit in the Supreme Court for not using Aadhaar. They will on 28th. They will have to do it. They have not yet
And they
done
have
it.
given their position. When they come back to the Supreme Court, we will discuss the position of that. But tell
But
me,
you were already-
in their good
you were already
judgment,
espousing
they
the
have not
position.
put a stay. Are you questioning that, Ankit?
You were
Are you
already espousing
questioning
the
the good
position of the Supreme Court and the Election Commission, which they are yet to do in the Supreme Court.
Are you questioning the judgment of the Supreme Court?
I am
Is
not.
that what you're trying
Charu,
to
don't
say
try
now?
and
So
turn
if
it
not put a
around.
stay,
Nobody is. I mean,
if-
people are smart enough to understand, but there is breaking news coming in. It's very important, related to the same thing. At this moment, let me very quickly, 52 lakh voters is what we started with. The Election Commission now is saying 56 lakh voters have been removed from the list so far. This is the latest figure which is coming in. The number of dead have gone up to 20 lakh. And the 28 lakh have permanently shifted out, and that's why 7 lakh have been enrolled at multiple places, and that is why the number now have gone up to from 52 lakhs to 56 lakh voters which have been removed from the list. Let me bring in my panelists on this quick response. From, in fact, the Congress spokesperson, Dr. Sagar. Dr. Sagar, let me understand from you. Election Commission is coming out and giving out data as transparently as Election Commission can. Charu is right in one sense. While you are making noise and Mr. Rahul Gandhi is making all the noise, in the public, why doesn't he take the pain to go to the Election Commission or write to the Election Commission himself, if it is such a big issue for the Congress party?
Ankit, most of the questions that you raised, the BJP spokesperson didn't have a reply. And they were asking that why Supreme Court has not...
Charu, hold on. I have questions for him as well.
Please don't interrupt me.
Yeah. Go ahead, sir.
When it comes to Supreme Court, we never asked for a stay. So a stay was not asked, a stay was not granted. 3 documents were suggested by the Election Commission. Election Commission has not been following it. And Election Commission has started with 11 documents. And you know, in Bihar,
Sir, the Supreme
to
Court
have
suggested
people-
those 3 documents. The Supreme Court did not mandate those documents. There is a difference. It's not that the Election Commission was asked to include those 3 documents. It was a suggestion from the Supreme Court. In the next hearing, the Election Commission will have to give a reason of whether they have or not and why they have not. So let's not present that the Supreme Court mandated the Election Commission to put these documents in the list. Please go ahead.
No, Ankit, I never said Supreme Court mandated. It was a Supreme Court suggestion. They said, why not consider these 3 documents?
Yes.
And the next hearing is going to be on 28, and we have to see what happens. Now, Bihar, half the Bihar is under flood at the moment. You know the physical condition of Bihar. These 11 documents that the Election Commission is talking about, most of the people in Bihar, they don't possess these documents.
No,
and
so
finally,
are
the
you
BLOs,
saying-
they themselves are filling in forms, and they are asking them people to just give them blank forms.
Okay, you are
and
talking
the
about 2
BLOs
things,
are
sir.
signing
2
these
different
forms
things.
sitting in
On one
office.
hand, are you saying that the process, the practicality of the process on the ground is difficult given the situation in Bihar at this moment? Because if you are saying that, then you can't question the intention of the Election Commission, because again and again your party and leaders are coming out putting question mark on the intention of the Election Commission.
We are questioning the intention of the Election Commission precisely because of the timing. You see, 2003 it was done, and after 2003 there has been 10 elections.
But
and
if the
10
Supreme
elections,
Court would have
and
found some merit in this argument, they would have given a stay on this. They haven't.
we never asked for a stay.
I'm not saying you have. I'm saying if the Supreme Court thought that the process in which it is being done on the ground and the timing is not right, the Supreme Court would have in fact given stay. They have not said that. They have not asked this process to be stopped.
You see, Ankit, if you read Article 324, 326, 327, 328, 329, with sections 14, 19, and 21 of the Constitution, and along with the 1950 Representation of People's Act and 1960 Electoral Revision Act, if you just combine these together, the powers of the Election Commission to conduct such an exercise is not absolute. And there has been court cases where they have been rejected. So we have
Again,
to
I'm
wait.
sorry to point that out, sir. All this was put in front of the Supreme Court, but the Supreme Court did not find any merit, and hence the Supreme Court said that exercise can go on.
Supreme Court has not given a judgment, mind you.
But the Supreme Court has not even stopped this exercise.
They have not. They have allowed this exercise, and they gave certain suggestions. But you see,
that's the problem. The Supreme Court is talking about the practicality of this, but you are raising questions on the intention. There are 2 different things. Let me very quickly go across to Dr. Shyam Kumar and Mr. Nirav Yadav for their final comments on this. Shyam Kumar ji, at this moment, the exercise continues. What will be the next step? Are you going to boycott elections? If the Supreme Court also doesn't stop this and the Election Commission goes on, does that mean that you are going to boycott elections, sir?
It is early to predict something like that. We are very positive, they are positive politics. We are working in democracy. 28 is the next hearing, So let us wait and watch what is happening, what Election Commission is going to take their, stand on the entire issue. We have certain fundamental questions we have raised, and we have great sense of satisfaction that Honorable Court has taken note of it. That means the Honorable Court has not allowed to go as it is, not free hand. Election Commission of India, I can tell you.
Okay.
So we are waiting and watching for everything, but our role is just significant in the entire process, in the defense of the people of Bihar who at margin.
Okay. यादव जी, निरवा यादव जी, मैं अंत में आपसे यही पूछना चाहता हूं कि ये प्रिजम्पशन है कि किसका वोटर कट जाएगा, किसका नहीं कटेगा, ये तो किसी को पता नहीं है, लेकिन बिहार में मानते हैं लोग कि बहुत डॉक्यूमेंट स्केयर स्टेट है, तो उस स्टेट के अंदर क्या आपको लगता है कहीं ना कहीं इसका राजनीतिक नुकसान आपको भी हो सकता है?
नहीं, एक तो मैं बता दूं कि 2003 तक जिनका वोटर लिस्ट में नाम है उसको कोई डॉक्यूमेंट नहीं देना है। एक कमीशन का ये है। दूसरी बात जो आपने पूछा विपक्षी से कि ये लोग देखिए संवैधानिक संस्थाओं को न मानने वाले लोग हैं। मुझको आश्चर्य लगता है कि यह केस सुप्रीम सर्वोच्च न्यायालय में है, अब तब भी राहुल गांधी जी दिल्ली में हल्ला मचा रहे हैं और बिहार में हल्ला मचा रहे हैं। तो कहीं ना कहीं जो संवैधानिक संस्थाएं हैं, चाहे जुडिशियरी या कमीशन हो, इसकी अवहेलना करके अपनी बात रखना चाहते हैं। एक बात और कहना चाहते हैं, मैं राहुल जी की बात सुन रहा था। उन्होंने कहा कि महाराष्ट्र में कमीशन से हमने वोटर लिस्ट मांगा, हमको नहीं दिया। अब उनको यह भी पता नहीं है कि जब इलेक्शन डिक्लेयर होता है तो हर पॉलिटिकल पार्टी को इलेक्शन कमीशन वोटर लिस्ट भेजता है कार्यालय में जी, और वो कार्यालय में हर पॉलिटिकल पार्टी को जो रिकॉग्नाइज्ड पॉलिटिकल पार्टी है।
I'm totally out of time. Charu, I'm coming to you. Sir, I'm coming to you. In conclusion, uninterrupted, Charu, 15 seconds to you, then to Dr. Sagar. Please go ahead, Charu, complete your point.
Ankit, it's beyond my understanding that when the government is clearly ready to discuss any issue in parliament, including that of the SIR in Bihar, why is the opposition creating a ruckus continually? Why not discuss it? Let the whole country hear what you have to say, how the government responds. That is my first appeal. Please let parliament continue in a way that we have answers, which is not wasting money of the citizens.
Okay. Dr. Sagar.
Ankit, the BJP spokesperson is lying here that we are not ready to discuss. You, in your opening remarks, told that the government is not willing to discuss because they say election commission is not going to come and defend itself in the parliament. That's why there's going to be no discussion. Today in Bihar Assembly, Tejasvi Yadav, who is the LOP, stand up and was speaking on the issue, and Nitish Kumarji as chief minister stood up, intervened, and then there was a ruckus in the assembly. There was no discussion.
Okay. I'm completely out of time on this. I thank all of you for patiently taking all the questions that I threw your way. Thank you so much. I'm sure the viewers will have much more clarity on the position of your parties as far as this entire process is concerned. But one thing is very, very clear, that this is an emotive issue, this is an explosive issue, and it also has a lot of impact as far as the upcoming elections of Bihar is concerned. The government, in fact, sources, I have told NDTV that discussion on SIR cannot take place because the EC is a party. EC is conducting this, not the government. An election commission is not part of the parliament. They cannot come and, in fact, defend their position. And hence, of course, discussion on this cannot take place inside the parliament. There is, of course, merit that the government can't be the defender of another constitutional institution which is conducting this exercise on its own. That's all that I have on this.